the two teams that lost in these ones, not looking good there. Let's go. Week 3, I think? Yeah, Week 3 Monday Night Football recap. We had a doubleheader. Here we go.
3rd and 10. To bring pressure off the edge, Lawrence better run for his life, and he'll be slung down. Guys on the field.
3rd down and 7. This one is launched from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown.
Takes the handoff, tries to get the edge, and barrels into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. What an opening drive. Backs up. Trying to create, scanning the end zone. Delivers a strike along the back end line. Caught for a touchdown by Dalton. 41 to get Jacksonville on the board, and he does. Fake to Cook. And now pitches downfield. In stride, Keon Coleman, and a touchdown for the rookie. Lawrence on the move, launching down the middle. Intercepted. Overthrew the man, and Jamar Hamlin. Allen looking across the middle, in stride. Shakir spins into the end zone for another Buffalo touchdown. Allen looking off to the left, rolling that way, and floats it for a touchdown. Ty Johnson joins the party. Fake to Etienne, and Lawrence hooks it to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Brenton Strange got open, and the Jags finally, reliable Tyler Bass, they trust him in all weather conditions, which is important here. Lawrence dropped, chased down and sacked by Von. Glass can come up with a win tonight. Bass. Jones pump fake, ball knocked loose, scooped up. Guy can also do that role pretty well. Davis powers into the end zone as Buffalo punctuates.
In the club with a diamond, I'm ready to slide.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the Week 3 Monday Night Football doubleheader. Of course, recap. We did have 2 games going on last night, and both of them, I mean, pretty frustrating for 2 sides, pretty exciting for the other 2 sides, obviously. First game was the Bills and Jags. This game kicked off at 7:30. It'll happen again next week. We'll, of course, get to that. But the Bills absolutely thrashed the Jaguars, tied for the biggest margin of victory by any team through the first 3 weeks of the season. Of course, 47-10 was the exact same score as the Saints-Panthers game back in Week 1. But the Bills absolutely demolished the Jaguars, sent them to 0-3. They're in like the doldrums right now. Like it's not really good in Jacksonville. But again, they fought 0-3. Their offense is just, they haven't scored more than, what was it, 17 points so far this year. They really struggled. I don't know what else to tell you guys. They got their absolute butts kicked. Defensively kind of didn't really play well at all. But their offense put them in a lot of bad spots. And yeah, they're gonna play the Texans next week and Houston. So it's either that or they're gonna be 0-4. Bills, they moved to 3-0. 3rd time I think they've done that with what is it called? Josh Allen, I think that is second to only, obviously, Patrick Mahomes when it comes to 3-0 starts since, 2018. But, of course, the Bills are 3-0 now. They've looked really good the first 3 weeks, especially offensively. 34 or more points in all those games. Over 30 points in all 3 of those games. They will be going to Baltimore next week to try to get to 4-0, which would be a really good start for them. But for the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, he got sacked a bunch. He wasn't very accurate. He had a bad interception in the touchdown. I mean, kind of garbage time there. He didn't look good, though. 21 of 38, 178, touchdown interception. After a pretty underwhelming last season, he doesn't look really any better. Probably even worse, to be honest with you there. Running game, didn't really get to do it too much, to be honest with you guys. Again, I just don't think there's much of the game plan. So I'm not going to completely put it on these guys. But Travis Etienne was pretty efficient overall. I mean, most of it was in garbage time, though. Dearness Johnson, better backups in the league for sure. And, of course, Dink Bigsby got a couple carries there at the end of the game. Receiving-wise, Christian Dirk actually was pretty good. Brian Thomas Jr. didn't really get too many opportunities. But, again, we're going to get to the Bills. I'll break down that defense later. But, yeah, these receivers really struggled to do really anything there. Parker Washington was okay down the stretch. Outside that, though, again, like, nothing really happened. Brennan Strange, of course, had his first career touchdown, so that was awesome there. For the Jags defense, they got boat raced. There's no other way to put it. Their secondary was atrocious. the up front, they just couldn't get really any consistent pressure, and when they did, it just like was completely erased by whatever the heck Josh Allen did. So yes, there were a couple pressures, but the defense just got completely, again, boat race. It's the best way I can put it. See if they can bounce back next week against the Texans. I don't really expect them to, but oof, not a good week by any means for them, obviously. Cam Little also had a 41-yard field goal for what was, again, their only points in the first half. Bills, Josh Allen, I think he broke Jim Kelly's record for most 4 post-touchdown games. He actually did that all in the first half. So yeah, 4 touchdowns is crazy in the first half. 23 of 30, 263. He was doing his thing. Money Mitch came in like the fourth quarter to, wrap things up. Running game wasn't really impactful at all, but Ray Davis and James Cook both had touchdowns. Josh Allen slid a lot as well. So while it wasn't exactly efficient or really effective at all, they figured out a way to get it in the game plan. Receiving wise, Khalil Shakir was really good as a yak threat. Again, they had a lot of, I don't know, if I had to guess, their average field position was from like the 40-yard line. Very methodical drives by this offense, though. 6 of 72 touchdown, though. James Cook, 4 for 48. Dalton Kincaid, 3 for 41. Of course, he caught a touchdown as well as Ty Johnson and Keon Coleman, of course, the 24-yarder. Curtis Samuel had a pretty decent game as a blocker as well. I'd like to see this offense do a little bit better downfield, but outside of that, I mean, guys, they scored 47 points. You can't really complain about that. Defensively, again, I guess we'll get into the breakdown now. All right, the Bills run a heavily reliant zone defense, but again, there's a lot of flaws in zone, but one of the biggest benefits is you don't have guys who are going to basically put an eye on our ass to like completely lock guys down the entire game. And when that does happen, you can put guys in really good positions. Specifically, where is he? Damar Hamlin, of course, has had a very good start of the season for him. Again, last year got robbed the comeback player of the year, and then obviously this year just basically saying I probably should win it. So 5 tackles and an interception, obviously first of his career, so props to him. But a guy like him, he might not be the most talented guy overall playing those deep zones, but when you have a guy like Rasul Douglas, Christian Benford taking over what is called the boundary there, Damar Hamlin's put in a lot better position. He can play a lot more free, and he also can really play in a sort of structure that is best for him as well. These linebackers, again, they're relying on them a lot to really lead out plays, and the fact that a guy like Dorian Williams has really grown into a guy who can really do that is huge. Cam Lewis was also very critical in the slot with this defense. Again, it's very hard. Again, if a guy like Christian Benford or Rasul Douglas gets hurt, they can't really run this defense anymore. But again, if these guys stay on the field, they will be fine. The pressure is consistent because, again, this zone defense gives them time because, again, the unpredictability of it, and, again, the disguises, they run a lot. That makes it easier for these guys to win, especially Von Moore, of course, had a really nice sack. But Greg Rousseau also got some pretty decent pressure. But when, again, it takes a lot of stress off of everybody. I really like what they're doing in this defense. If Sean McDermott can continue to, again, preach this, and probably going to have to bring some wrinkles in because eventually, like, maybe Lamar will break their code because I think that could be an issue for them. But so far through the first 3 weeks, they've looked really good with that. Tyler Bassett 2 field goals for the team stats overall, though. You look at it, the Bills had over 388 yards, almost 400 yards of offense. Most of that was in the first half. The time possession doesn't look great. Again, it was basically garbage time. 2 bad turnovers by the Jags put the Bills up big time, and obviously JJ Shrike ran up and down the field like it was going out of style. So the Bills blow out the Jags. That's what I got here, guys. Let's get to our next game, which honestly is a lot more exciting, but a lot more frustrating for the team that lost.
It out, Chase, touchdown, Cincinnati. Gonna score some points tonight. Daniels lets it go for the first down and plenty more. Get a little closer. Robinson walks in, touchdown, Washington. This one is
gotta be there for him and encourage him.
Yeah, he's always been impressive to talk to. Here's Eckler. He's been impressive tonight to the end zone for the touchdown Commanders. Good protection aired out. McLaurin. He's got it. First and goal inside the 10. His first and goal from the 4. Daniels is going to walk it in for the touchdown. Drills it. Here is a return chance for Eckler, who is picking his way out across the 45. Still rolling. Clock they don't. With 3 seconds left, Daniels flips. He's got another, and this time it's Trent Scott. That's caught, and that's a touchdown. How about the way he started his game?
Analysis first victory as an NFL head coach.
End zone shot. It's caught for the touchdown. Chase.
10 guys on the field.
They're down at 7. This one is launched from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown.
savage, them from set flight through the city, got Burview. Getting turned, getting.
And the Commanders blow the doors off the Bengals, at least offensively, as they shock the world in a lot of ways, sending the Bengals their first 0-3 start with Joe Burrow, of course, in the Joe Burrow era. Zach Taylor's experience, though, again, they've had a winless game season to the first 2 weeks. Again, the first 3 weeks, my bad. First 2 years of his career. But we'll just start off the Bengals, I guess. They fought 0-3. All those games have been by 1 score. Or worse. But both home games, again, they were what is called a 7.5-point favorites, and they failed to finish those off. Of course, they lost to the Chiefs last week. This is a Bengals team. There's no excuses anymore. Oh, we played them close, so we should have won it. No! Actually win the damn game, guys. 0-3, again, you have no wins. Like, there's nothing, no excuses. Like, actually, if you're like, oh, we played, no, there's no silver lining. Like, just freaking win the damn game. For the Commanders, though, offensively, they were really, really good. It felt like anything that the Bengals defense tried to do was just completely, like, just dismantled by the Commanders. I mean, Jane Daniels obviously an alien, the stat line there, but Jesus, guys, like, they could actually be decent. Back-to-back wins there. Jane Daniels with 21-23 for a 91.3 completion percentage. Highest ever, I think, by a rookie single game. Minimum, or second guy ever, I don't know, something like that. 90% plus completion percentage. Minimum 20 passing attempts. Of course, 254 yards, 2 touchdowns for him to boot. Both touchdowns were, well, one of them was really nice. The other one was kind of obviously right to the, what was it, Trent Scott or something, like some O-lineman. And also threw a bomb to Terry McLaurin, who, of course, caught that as well. Jane Daniels didn't really run efficiently, but he had, of course, a touchdown. Austin Eckler had, broke free for a long run. They didn't really run the ball efficiently. That's really the only good thing I can say about this Bengals defense. They stood up pretty well against that. But outside of that, the pass rush for the Bengals was either non-existent or just didn't really work out the way they needed it to. Terry McLaurin obviously 4 for 100 and a touchdown. That touchdown was beautiful. Luke McCaffrey also was pretty clutch down the stretch. Obviously, Zach Ertz made some plays as well. Overall, this offense looked really good. And again, 38 points is 38 points. For this defense, they were dominant in the red zone and really good on third down, which honestly, if they're able to do that the rest of the year, even if they give up big plays, even if they give up a good amount of points and a lot of yards in a lot of games, they're able to be good there. I don't really see why this defense can't be at least somewhat contribute somewhat positively to this team, because I don't really expect them to be very good. They're not, again, the most talented defense by any means in the NFL. But, again, if they're able to do stuff like that, stop the run somewhat decently, they should be, I don't know, I'm probably not okay, but we'll see what happens. But I was pretty happy with what I saw from this defense. Austin Tyber also had a field goal. For the Bengals, Joe Burrow's stat line does look really good. He has 3 touchdowns. I think he has like 5 touchdowns or 6 touchdowns, something like that. Or 5 touchdowns to start the year, no interceptions. But when it comes down to it, he's just not doing enough to help this team win. I mean, he kind of is. But still, I think Joe Burrow was a little bit not aggressive enough at some points. Again, he had the 2 touchdowns to Jamar Chase, which were pretty good. But they got to run the ball more. Simple as that. And also, I'd really like to see, again, Joe Burrow be a lot more aggressive in the red zone, because that just wasn't there this week, and that was part of the reason they lost, as well as being bad on third down. Defensively, they got the ball rain up and down on them. I mean, not as bad as the Jaguars did, but, like, yeah, the pass rush, like I said, was very inconsistent. Sam Hubbard was actually probably the only guy, I think, winning somewhat consistently. Trey Anderson probably had his worst game in a little bit. Still had a sack, though. Chaful was pretty good up the middle. But the run defense wasn't bad. It was just like the secondary really didn't communicate well, and especially Cam Taylor-Britt, he had a rough go in this one. And outside of that, I mean, guys, it was just third down. They just were terrible there. Evan McPherson also missing a field goal and an extra point really didn't help either. Looking at it, though, again, 436 yards of offense for the Bengals. They should have, again, won it with that one. Third down, the Commanders were 5-9. The Bengals weren't exactly bad, but, they weren't good in the red zone. Just had to set up for those field goals. But no turnovers, no punts. First time ever since 1940, at least, according to the Elias Sports Bureau, what that happened. But, yeah, the Commanders will be playing in Arizona next week. They're going to probably play a similar offensive game plan if they want to win that one. Bengals will hope to not get embarrassed by the Panthers and fall to 0-4 and really get the season off the rails. But that's all I got for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the Week 3 Monday Night Football doubleheader recap. And yeah, see you for the power rankings tomorrow.
This 2-1 pitch. Otani smokes one right center